So, you want to know how I actually got to putting this channel together? For the last couple months, I've thought, you know what? I need to start a YouTube channel. And for the last couple months, I haven't done it. And so, last night, as I do, I posted on my story, which is very public, and said, on Instagram, and said, if by 11:30 Mountain Standard Time, tomorrow, which is today, in like 6 hours and 18 minutes, and you swipe up to this message, then I'll Venmo you $50. And a lot of people did it, which kind of motivated me because I either do this or I take out a second student loan to support that decision. So, yeah, I'm kind of motivated to do this. So, let's do this, I guess. Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Lavere Whitney. I am 21 years old. I run a podcast called the Forced Adulthood Podcast. I'm a photographer. So you're probably wondering, why did you decide to start this channel? Very valid question. So I don't know about you, but I've been very depressed in my life. I've been suicidal. I've been going through many mental health crises in my life. And I remember being on YouTube, of all places, while I was super depressed, and Googling, why am I so depressed and how can I be happier? Both of those things. And then I YouTubed depression, and all I came up with was this person's story and this person's story and these people's story, and this is what happened, and mental health is this and that. But there wasn't really anyone openly talking about it in a way that was just a YouTube channel. Like, let's just talk about it. So, naturally, I decided I'll share my story because I'm vulnerable, unapologetically authentic, and I don't really fear sharing my story. A while back on my Instagram story, I posted a lot of stats. Right now, men are killing themselves 3 times as much as women. And I posted a lot of stats about mental health and depression in general. And then I thought, you know what? The best way to fight mental health stigma is by sharing our stories. And so I want to lead that push by sharing my story, by sharing the things that work for me and that could work for you. Again, I'm not a professional. If you need mental health help, go see a professional, get medication, do those things. But perhaps this could point you in one of the right directions. So here's my story. It's pretty straightforward for right now, but left on a mission for my church, and had kind of a faith journey. I called it a crisis at the time, but it was a faith journey, and came back and was super depressed and really struggled. And then I spent 3 to 6 months still working through my issues. And then I got medication, started seeing a counselor, doing a lot of things, and now I'm here and I feel good. I don't know. That's the super fast version of this story. Was super depressed and wanted to get better. I watched a video by Jordan B. Peterson, and he recommended the idea of the experimenter's approach to mental health. I don't know if that's what he's called it, but that's what I called it. The experimenter's approach to mental health. If you were to be depressed, and I'm speaking to those that are depressed, and you viewed your situation, your lifestyle, as an experiment, what would you change? What would you be doing differently? So you would just keep running trials, right? And in a normal experiment, scientists run trials and they don't work. And so then they just keep running more and more trials. We take our depression and run it as, okay, I want to change these things, and run it like a trial and see, hey, I'm going to change my sleep habits. Does that help? I don't know. Maybe that helps. Maybe it doesn't. I'm going to control all these other factors and see which different factor can help me to be the least amount of depressed. In each episode, I plan on just going through and describing different steps that have helped me to be less depressed. One of those things so I use this experimenter's approach to mental health, and I thought, you know what if I incorporate meditation? I'm going to leave everything else the same, but just see what effect that has on my mental health. I've always thought of meditation as this thing where you turn on either an app or guided meditation where it tells you what to think. And those things have their place and they're awesome. For me, I came across a clip from Naval. He shared that meditation is simply letting go of expectations of thought. So he said, go to a quiet place, sit there for 30 minutes with your eyes closed. Don't fall asleep. Don't do anything. Literally do nothing. And just let whatever thought happens, just let it happen. Don't have any expectations of, oh, I'm going to think about these things, and just think for 30 minutes. In my experience, those thoughts came pretty positive. I was thinking naturally about things I'm grateful for, different issues I'm having and how I can solve them, and taking a breath. And so again, taking that experimenter's approach to mental health, taking that maybe this week, perhaps, it's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. You do what you want to do. If you are depressed, look at meditation as the first thing to experiment with. Just test it out for 30 minutes one day. Just sit down, no distractions, in a quiet place, and just meditate for 30 minutes. No expectation of what's going to happen. No guided apps, nothing. Just sit there for 30 minutes. Do that every day for a week if you choose. I can't tell you what to do. And then think about how it went. And then when we talk next week's video with more tips to not be depressed, you can keep thinking about how it went, and then we can go from there. Having gone through a lot of mental health, I wish I would have tried different things. I wish I would have tried more. And so this is my attempt to recommend to you to continue to try. Try anything out that you can. Anyway, if you like this video and want to see more tips on how to be less depressed, just go ahead, like that video, subscribe. You know, all the YouTube things that people say. I'm still new to this whole thing. But there'll be new videos every week. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you.